Everyone. So we're continuing this series going through the Life Coach Playbook, and I want to pull out a very, very special worksheet in this book. And it's something that I have done, and it has truly been one of the most important things I've ever done in my life. Now, this book is packed with all kinds of resources and things, but this one I come back to over and over again, and it's something I build out in my life because it's just that powerful. And it is on page 6, and it just says Miracle Maker on it. All right. And what this is you list out moments where you felt guided to do something. You felt called to do something. And then the outcome that you received and how it felt. And this is a way that we can actually make miracles happen in our lives. So sometimes we'll feel called to go just talk to somebody. And we don't really know why. Maybe that person isn't engaging much at a party or an event, and we just feel this urge to go talk to that person. And then we open our heart and we talk to them, and we find out that that's what they needed. They might even tell you, hey, I'm so glad you came up to me because I was feeling really left out and I'm going through this really hard thing. And maybe you can just hold space for them. And if you don't know what that is, let me share it with you really quick in a really brief manner. All right. Holding space for somebody is just being with them, allowing whatever is going on in their lives to arise and just being with it without judgment, just listening, and not even wanting to solve the problem or offer your advice necessarily, just sitting with them, letting them speak. It's one of the greatest gifts we can give a person is just our undivided attention and presence. And as I'm saying this right now, I'm realizing I need to do that with somebody that's in my life right now. I have a friend who's going through a difficult time, and he's been reaching out a few times, and I've been super busy, and I have been really busy, but it just came to me. I need to go sit with him, and I need to just be with him without my phone out on the table, not thinking about what I have to do later that day, but just be there, be present with him, because I know that's what he needs. And I'm getting that right here as I say that. So what a cool moment to get that call. But I want you to think about the calls in your life, what you're being led to do or what you've been led to do in the past. Sometimes I get the feeling or I get the call to share a meal with somebody. Like maybe I'm in line at a restaurant and I see somebody homeless outside, and I just feel the call to get them something too. And sometimes I'll go out and I'll ask if they're hungry. I never like to ask somebody if they're homeless or if they're food insecure or anything like that. I just ask, hey, are you hungry? And then you just welcome them in to the conversation as an equal instead of like talking to them like they don't have something. Now, I know what it's like to go hungry. I was hungry when I first moved to Los Angeles, and I was homeless. I lived in a shelter for a while, and I had just been rejected by a lot of people in my life who I thought would always be there. But I realized that this can happen to anybody. We can all fall on tough times. So it's important not to judge anybody for the situation they're in, because everybody has a story. Everybody is there for a reason. And sometimes we're called to be the miracle worker in their life. And what's so beautiful is often, and it fills me with tears, honestly, a lot of times we think we're giving someone else a little mini miracle. But the truth is they look in our eyes and we're given the lasting gift. Because while they just eat that meal and they're thankful for it in the moment, we can be thankful sometimes for those encounters for a lifetime. And at the end of our life, we will think about the times when we were generous. We will remember those times and we'll wish that we had done more probably. So I'm trying to live my life in a way that I have fewer of those moments where I knew I should have picked up the phone, or I knew I should have made an impact, or I should have done something. I want to live my life with as few regrets as possible. And it starts with answering the call. So we got to clear all the clutter, all the debris that is keeping us from that connection to our higher self or our higher power, the universe, whatever you want to call it. But we got to clear all of the debris that is keeping us from that. And sometimes it's just thoughts just roaming around in our head. Sometimes it's insecurity. Sometimes it's fears. Sometimes it's doubt. What will they think of me if I come up to them? Just start to answer the call. And I'm telling you, you will have miracle moments and you'll have a lot to list out. I mean, you won't even be able to just use this one page. You're going to have to like make a journal of all these miracle moments. And another thing I like to do is I like to track any miracles that come my way. So I like to write down these moments that are just beyond logic. They're just magical moments in my life where something amazing happened when it looked like times were really tough. And I write those things down. I list all those things that just fill my life with so much meaning and joy. And every once in a while, when I'm feeling down, I'll just look at that list and instantly my vibration raises up and I feel divinely guided. I feel like the universe has my back, like good things are happening for me. And it's one of the best tools that I have ever created and started to do in my own life. And it just hit me one day, I should list these things out. And as I did, I just felt so much gratitude. I felt so good. And it was even more powerful for me than just writing out things I'm grateful for each day. Of course, that is an amazing practice. It's a great habit to get into. It's great to appreciate people throughout the day and all of those things. But the thing that raises my vibration higher than any of those things is looking at these miracle moments where I felt like there was a divine presence in my life, that there was something truly incredible at work around me, in me, through me. And that's exactly how I want to live my life. And I want to encourage anybody out there that feels the call to do this practice to start it up, to try it out, see how it works for you. And you don't have to buy the book, but it is available on Amazon. And there are all kinds of gems in this book, like this one. But even if you just pick up one of these tools, it will transform your life. And I'm telling you, this one is the one that I come back to most often. And I'll just share one more miracle moment. There was a time when I felt the call to buy someone a burrito. I was at Chipotle and I was buying a burrito and I saw a guy outside and I just was like, okay, I need to buy him a burrito. So I got him a burrito and I handed the burrito to him. And as I was handing him the burrito, this guy that I had a crush on for years, literally, walked into the Chipotle and looked at me while I was doing this. And I mean, he's a very handsome dude. And I just felt like the universe was rewarding me. Did I need any kind of recognition? No. And I actually would rather be stealth when I do these things. But I felt in that moment that the universe was saying, hey, you do good for others, we'll provide good things for you. And I didn't go up to the guy that day. He looked like he was kind of busy. But it stuck with me that doing generous acts, the universe is always watching. And he kind of sent me those eyes that were watching me as I did that generous act. That's just a little share. I would love to hear any of your shares when you felt divinely guided to do something and something positive happened. I would love to read those in the comments. So please, if you've ever had a moment like that, share it, not only with me, but everybody else who's going to come see this video. I want them all to see the miracles that have unfolded because you answered the call. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all soon.